What's up, YouTube? This is Mathis. What the hell? What the hell is this? Backstage. But what? Wow, this is a new beginning here to GM mode. This is something that hasn't happened before. But backstage, as we can see, it looks like they're in the parking lot. Sabu and Batista. Looks like Sabu has attacked Batista backstage in the parking lot. We know back at December to Dismember in the last episode, Batista retained the ECW Championship. Hashtag spoiler alert. Sorry about that, but anyway, we know that last episode, Batista retained the ECW Championship at December to Dismember, but Sabu looks like he has unfinished business with the Animal, attacking him backstage here in the parking lot. I mean, Sabu, what is this? He's got the chair. Oh, just punches the chair right into the face of Batista. Look at this, Batista maybe trying to show some fight left, trying to stay out of this. But I mean, we haven't even checked out WWE.com. We haven't done any of the usual stuff here that we normally do in these GM mode videos. I mean, before we could even get started, Sabu backstage just attacking Batista in the parking lot, looking perhaps for some vengeance after what went down last Sunday at December to Dismember. Look at this. Hurricanrana right onto the concrete floor, right onto the back of Batista. Sabu, he's just out here sending a message to the Animal. I mean, Batista wasn't even expecting this, just trying to get to the ring, or not even get to the ring, just try to get into the arena to participate in whatever sort of matchup he would have had here tonight. But Sabu wasting a little time, not even letting Batista enter the arena, just attacking him in the parking lot, just assaulting him. And now, oh, look at that, just breaking the glass on the window of that car there, that limousine. And now, oh, just slams him face first through the glass window. Sabu just relentless here, just letting his suicidal, homicidal, genocidal, all those maniacal thoughts. And now look at this. Oh, look at this, just slamming him neck first onto the exposed window. There was some broken glass there, perhaps. And that has done Batista in. Batista is out cold here. Sabu attacking Batista in the parking lot, and what a start that was to this episode of ECW Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. Of course, I'm MathWiz97. What's up, YouTube? And we're here with episode number 40 of Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. And as we can see, parking lot brawl. I mean, Sabu just destroyed Batista there. But looking at the match card, we have Triple H vs. Sandman. If we remember, that's one of two of our ECW Championship tournament matchups. Whoever wins will take on the winner of not this matchup, this is a Fatal 4 between Snitsky, Taker, Kane, and Mark Henry, but we'll take the winner of Sandman and Triple H will take on the winner of Jeff Hardy and Edge, and the winner of that match will become the #1 contender for the ECW Championship. And then, of course, a hardcore triple threat tornado tag, CM Punk and HBK against Terry Funk and Mick Foley against Mr. Kennedy and Johnny Nitro. So let's go ahead and simulate this opening matchup here. And Triple H has defeated Sandman, so he will move on to the next round in the tournament. And The Undertaker wins that Fatal 4-Way matchup. So let's go ahead and simulate this, or will we simulate this? We'll simulate this matchup. And Jeff Hardy has defeated Edge, so it will be Triple H versus Jeff Hardy. And the winner of that match will take on Batista for the ECW Championship. Whether that be at the next pay-per-view, whether that be on an ECW show, I'm gonna leave it up to you, the viewers. What do you think should happen? The winner of that matchup, should they face Batista for the ECW Championship at a pay-per-view, or following the events of that match with Sabu, should there be some sort of triple threat, or should the winner of Triple H versus Jeff Hardy face Batista, maybe not next episode, because that'd be the match between the two, but maybe the episode following that, or just on an episode of ECW, just to kind of spice up the show, the ECW episode a little bit more. But of course, I hope you all enjoyed the December to Dismember pay-per-view. Even that promo I did, I know it wasn't anything spectacular. It was nothing like my Universe Mode promo videos, but I figured I'd do something a little special, because I mean, considering it was the final actually named pay-per-view, the strictly ECW named pay-per-views that we'll have. I mean, we do have one more pay-per-view to our own, which is just one of those generic ECW events. But I figured, it's December to Dismember, the last actually, named, I guess you could say maybe even a gimmick pay-per-view that we have. And after that, I mean, that's really it. Then we We have the Royal Rumble, which isn't brand exclusive. Every brand will compete there. Of course, we have WrestleMania, and then we have that generic ECW one. So I figured because it's December to Dismember, the last one that actually has a name, I figured I'd do something special, do that little promo video. And I know it wasn't anything too spectacular, but it wasn't really meant to be. It was just supposed to be just something to kind of commemorate the GM mode trip so far, the fact that it was the last pay-per-view, and also a bit because, you know, this is episode 40. We've made it 40 episodes in GM mode. Even though last was episode 39, I mean, it makes more sense to do kind of a promo video of that sorts for a pay-per-view rather than just a normal episode of GM mode. But I mean, we did start out with that little parking lot brawl, which is something a bit different, so I guess that could kind of be a bit of a 40-episode spectacular sort of special event with that parking lot brawl that started off the show, rather than, you know, we did things a little bit differently this episode to start things off. But now we've got a hardcore triple threat tornado tag, of course. These 6 superstars are just, I mean, several of these men competed. I actually think all of these superstars competed at December to Dismember to have an opportunity to advance in the ECW Championship tournament. Of course, there were the 2 battle royals that we had, and then there was that one triple threat, the hardcore triple threat between Sandman, Mick Foley, and Terry Funk. That matchup that went underway. But I mean, now that we're past December to Dismember, a lot of our storylines are gone. We got to kind of come up with some new ones. We know that Mr. Kennedy actually defeated Shawn Michaels. He eliminated him from a battle royal with the Sweet Chin Music on the last episode at December to Dismember. So I went ahead and I made a rivalry between the two, or whether I've done that, I might not have done that already, but at the end of this episode I go ahead and make a rivalry between, oh my god, a chair guillotine, had to sell that. But anyway, I made a rivalry, whether it was before this episode or at the end of this episode, between Mr. Kennedy and Shawn Michaels, just to kind of get some sort of a legend killer sort of vibe going there. I mean, I know Shawn Michaels isn't an official legend, so I can't use the actual legend killer storyline. I may have just reused the loser leaves the brand sort of thing, just to kind of get that super high profile rated storyline, that feud. But yeah, Mr. Kennedy and HBK will have some sort of a rivalry. Like I said, I kind of want Mr. Kennedy to be that, you know, after the reception he got. I mean, whether that's still around or not, whether people are actually still like, Master shouldn't have lost, it should have been Kennedy who left. Whether that's still there or not, and I mean, by the time I've done this video, people probably have gotten over it. Maybe not, but I kind of want Kennedy to be one of the top heels in the company now after costing Chris Masters his job. And look at this, Sweet Chin Music to the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, as he may have just taken Michaels' head off there. Could this be the second episode in a row that Kennedy pins Michaels with the Sweet Chin Music? And yes, it is. The team of Mr. Kennedy and Johnny Nitro have defeated all 4 teams, but Kennedy getting the pin on HBK, just like a December to Dismember, with the Sweet Chin Music. So Mr. Kennedy kind of letting his arrogance really show, stealing Michaels' finisher not once but twice in a row, and using it to defeat Shawn Michaels. So I mean, not only just, you know, showing the arrogance of Kennedy, but also kind of the humiliation of Shawn Michaels. I mean, he's gotten beaten twice in a row with his finisher. So this is actually a big victory for these 2 superstars. We know Nitro, for a while, had been getting a bit of a push. He'd been on quite a roll. Kind of fizzled out recently, but maybe that victory could kind of catapult him to something special here in General Manager Mode. But as we can see, Raw got a 4-star overall show. That is a load of bullcrap, because they didn't even get a 4-star match. But take a look at Smackdown. Wait, did that just say Ric Flair and Kenny defeated Cena and The Rock for the tag team titles? That's funny. But look at this, we got a 4-star, we had a 4.5-star main event, which I figured that would do pretty well. So hopefully we gain some fans this week. I mean, you know, the turning point after SummerSlam, that was, you know, several months ago, and we're still not in first place, so I'd like to know why. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and keep bumping up Chris Jericho. Hopefully by the next episode, he'll be ready to go. Hopefully his popularity should be up high enough. And I just now noticed, but you probably can't hear it anyway, but if you do, I apologize. My fan is on in the background. I think it's far enough away from the microphone that the microphone wouldn't pick it up. But I don't know. I'm just going to apologize for that, just in case it is heard, but it probably isn't. So this is kind of redundant, and I'm rambling, so I apologize. But let's go ahead, simulate now this Raw show. We're going to bump up Chris Jericho's popularity once again. I want to kind of get him up where everybody else is, which is, you know, high 80, low 90 sort of area. So 89, that's pretty good. I think we'll stick with him there. Hopefully next episode we can get Chris Jericho involved. We'll have to see how that works. Of course, let me know down in the comment section any sort of feuds or matchups that you want to see in the next coming episodes. By the time this video is uploaded, I may have already recorded episode 41, possibly taking in some feedback from the December to Dismember pay-per-view, even though I haven't really gotten any yet. I got one comment that says, cool video. But, yeah, maybe if I get some more feedback and I can start rolling for another episode of GM Mode. Just because I kind of like to have it recorded because I don't know when my free time to do commentaries is going to be. So I like to have something recorded in advance. And I also don't want there to... What the... 4.5 stars? What is their main event? Why are they getting this? This is not 4.5 stars. I mean, 4 stars, okay, I'd be okay with 4 stars, but, okay, this is a fair rating, 3 stars. That's fair. They had 2 matches that weren't even matches, so, I mean, Raw, okay, that should hopefully help us out. For the next week's fan support, let's go and take a look. We got Match of the Week, Smackdown plus 110,000 fans, and we're still in last place. Yep, this is what it's like to be ECW. You're that little, you're like the cousin, the ignored cousin, I don't know. I'm trying to make some sort of reference here and it's not working. I don't have one in my head, but we're basically just getting rejected here. We're the rejected brand. We're like, I don't even know. I'm not even going to make a reference and possibly offend anyone, but anyway, this is, yeah, I'm not liking these fan ratings. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and set up already Triple H vs. Jeff Hardy. That's going to be on the next episode for sure. But, of course, leave some suggestions down in the comment section. Any kind of feuds, matches you want to see, of course, with that ECW Championship whole picture. Let me know what you want me to do with that in future episodes. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. And, as always, keep on YouTubing.